Hey YouTube, I realized that I needed to do the review of my Gen 3 of the Orient Sun and Moon. Now this is a blue one like my previous one, but that was a Gen 2. And for some reason, I liked it, but it just didn't scratch the itch. So I sold it. But then I learned about the Gen 3, so I had to buy it. And I definitely prefer the Gen 3. So let me go back. The model number is AK00005D. 42.5 millimeters in diameter, so the case is the same as it was before. 14.1 millimeters thick. This is a nicely finished design. The movement is now called F6B24. So it now hacks, which is, I'll show you that, which is very nice. It's easy to use, it's easy to set. You can see the day moving in the upper left. It's kind of busy right there. Here, let me make it less busy. There. So then day is moving, and then opposite direction we have the date. The movement is similar. It's not finished very well. It's not an attractive movement. It really doesn't need a display case back for something that's just been tumbled in a bunch of stones. There is something missing on the Orient Gen 3, same as the Gen 2. It needed a nicer strap. So I bought this handmade Ostrich strap, and it really changed everything. This is a much better looking watch. Now this is a cloudy evening, I'm outside, it's just before sunset, so I can't show you how much the blue pops. But this strap is the way to go on this watch. I couldn't imagine anything less, and certainly not the original strap. The crystal is slightly domed, which causes a lot of distortion, and I know some of the people really like that, but it's hard to read. I don't think it has anti-reflective coating, or if it does, the shape makes it difficult to read sometimes because of the reflections. The date wheel is white, which gives it a little pop of color. Everything else is a nice dark blue, but it does shine nicely with a sunray pattern in the day. Water resistance is 50 meters, which is pretty good for this watch. The mass with this Ostrich strap is 94 grams. Now, the crown is signed, but barely. It's cheap. It's just laser etched. Kind of lame, but this is a value watch, so that's what we get. Has 22 millimeter lugs, which I expected 20. 22 is fine. It still looks good. It's not too big for this watch. Now, most things here are printed. It does have some tiny applied indices here in the chapter ring, and everything else is printed. On the Gen 3, the logo moved from the bottom now up to the top, which is better. Everyone likes that. I wish it didn't have the sun and moon indicator. It's not a moon phase, and it just takes up real estate. I would rather have the nice blue dial instead of having a goofy sun and moon. Let me move this around, as you can see. So now this is saying that it's daytime. So the reflection is nice. I mean, it pops when it's on, but I don't need it. So the lugs are sharply angled, which definitely helps this watch. So overall impressions. I still like it, and I still like Orient. It's not as nice, it's not as complete as my Triton. And really this seems like it's designed by a committee. A lot of people had input, and they all got what they asked for, but it's too busy. I could do without some things. Mostly the sun and moon. If I got rid of that, I would still keep everything else, and I'd be very happy with it. And then I would probably cover up the movement, because it's not very fun to look at. I still like it. It gets compliments, and it's a nice watch. If you have the chance to pick one up, definitely get the Gen 3 over the Gen 2.